everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen and today we are here to give you a 17-week update. So I'm going to be updating you guys as far as what has happened in my 17 weeks of pregnancy, specifically this week. So today I am exactly 17 weeks and 4 days, and so far I ended up listing everything that I've been having this week, and for the most part, yes, I'm now starting to run out of breath a lot more when I start talking, especially if I'm sitting down. If I'm standing up, I'm a little bit better. So one of the things that I was actually experiencing in the beginning of the week was a lot of stabbing pain in my lower abdomen. It was almost like sharp cramps, if you want to say, but they were specifically on my lower abdomen. They say that those are specifically like round ligament pain. I was feeling that in the first trimester. However, they weren't as sharp as they've become now. So I at first thought that it was the baby moving, but then I realized that it would still be flutters around your belly. And one of the things that is so funny that I think my baby really doesn't like really warm water around the belly area, because when I take a shower with really warm or hot water, if you want to say, my stomach really starts like fluttering and like really bubbling and things like that. So you can really tell that the baby like starts moving around a lot. So I try not to directly have like hot water hitting my belly, and then I try to like warm up the water a little bit or have it a little bit cooler. I actually have been growing a lot more hair on my belly, which is not uncommon, but for me, I don't specifically, I'm not really hairy when it comes to like my arms and my legs and my belly, and I've literally seen that my hair is getting a lot darker around my belly. I haven't gotten the linea negra. My belly, and I'll have to give you guys like an overall shot of my belly when I'm not wearing a dress. Every time I've made videos, I'm always wearing a dress. But I will definitely give you guys one of those down the weeks to come. You guys will be able to see my belly as it's growing when I'm wearing a top that is a little bit easier to show. But I don't have that linea negra yet. And then that obviously is the black line that women get around their like happy trail kind of deal. That growing of hair on your belly is called hirsutism. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. And what it is, it's an increased estrogen in your blood system. Obviously, you're making a baby, so you have an increase of blood and estrogen and all these sorts of hormones, so your body's definitely changing. But that's one of the things that I noticed this week, that my hair definitely got a lot darker around my belly area. And then another thing that I've noticed, that like my leg hairs definitely grow a lot faster than usual. I usually only have to shave like about once a week, and if I'm wearing dresses and things like that, I literally have to be shaving about 3 times every 3 days kind of deal. One of the wives' tales, and we'll actually be doing this, so next week, maybe in 2 weeks from now, I will be having you guess, based on my belly and all those wives' tales, what you think I will be having. One of the wives' tales are that if you're growing unusual hair on your belly, that you're having a boy. So we will see the belly, as I mentioned, and you'll be able to see at the end of the video, is definitely growing now. You can definitely tell, depending again what type of clothes I wear. that I'm a little bit pregnant, but depending on the day, I feel like that, depending on the day, or depending on throughout the day, sometimes I feel pregnant and sometimes I just feel either like bloated kind of deal. So the belly is definitely there. My husband says that I definitely look pregnant, but for myself, I still feel a little bit like on that pudgy area, but you're definitely able to tell. If I'm wearing maternity clothes or a maternity dress or maternity shirts, because those cinch you from the waist, you can definitely, and it lifts up your belly a little bit, you can definitely tell that I'm pregnant. But if I'm wearing like a regular dress, like this one's not a maternity dress, I don't feel pregnant. So you guys will be the judge of that at the end of this video. So a lot of my ligaments inside of my stomach obviously are stretching, and so sometimes when I stretch my body and I'm stretching like my belly and things like that, it starts feeling uncomfortable. It is starting to get a little bit uncomfortable when I am sleeping. The thing about that is that I used to sleep on my stomach, and so it's been a very hard adjustment for me, as you can probably imagine, not being able to sleep on your belly. And I definitely can only sleep right now on my left side, so it's really been an adjustment for me. My neck has been hurting and it's been a little bit uncomfortable, but I do have a body pillow, which I definitely recommend for those that are having an uncomfortability sleeping. I was definitely blessed with someone giving me a body pillow, a maternity body pillow that they actually never used. So I was able to not have to buy one, so that's definitely a plus, and I would definitely recommend that to you if you are feeling a little bit uncomfortable sleeping very early on in your pregnancy. So this week I've definitely been less moodier and less emotional, and I definitely feel like I'm not as crying. I'm not crying as much as I was last week for my 17 weeks. For my 14 through 16 weeks, I was definitely a little bit more emotional, and then at the end, like around my 15th, 16th week, I was a little bit irritable and a little bit more moodier. Right now specifically, I haven't been as moody or emotional, and I'm not sick anymore, which is a great thing, so that definitely lifts up my spirits a lot more. And so I've been feeling a lot better, but I do still have food aversions, which is unfortunately part because we are on the second trimester, and I really thought that those would go away, but they haven't. I haven't been able to cook because oh my goodness. Whew. I'm so sorry. Just gas comes out of nowhere now. I haven't been able to cook as much because when I start cooking the food and I start smelling the food, it really starts, like, my food aversions really start kicking in, and then I start feeling nauseous and the smells are like overpowering and things like that. And today I was finally able to eat an egg. So my husband was able to cook breakfast for us this morning, and I made sure that all of the windows were open and the fans were on and things like that so that I wouldn't smell the smell of eggs, and I wasn't around the kitchen, and he thoroughly cooked my egg, and I was able to eat an egg today. So that was actually a milestone for us because it's been really hard to eat a lot of foods. So little by little, I'm starting to be able to eat all of the foods that I loved. Vegetables are another thing. As I mentioned last week, it's been a little bit hard for me to eat vegetables, but I'm little by little trying. I've started off with cucumbers, tomatoes, and carrots with a little bit of ranch as a snack, and it definitely has been good. So I'm starting off little by little with some vegetables again. So we'll be trying some broccoli and stuff like that very soon. So one last thing is that for this 17 weeks, I'm definitely starting to feel a lot more hungry. I mentioned last week that everything has been making me feel very nauseous and I haven't picked up my appetite. Well, this week I have finally picked up my appetite and I'm hungry a lot more. And I would say I'm hungry more for food this week, as opposed to just snacking, but I'm definitely trying to snack and stay on the healthy side so that when I'm gaining weight, it is good weight. And another thing that happened this week, and it was a little bit scary, I do have stairs, as you see behind me, and I did end up falling from the stairs. It was a little bit scary because throughout my whole pregnancy, I've been very, very cautious. And I was wearing sandals, they were flip-flops, and I ended up going up the stairs and I kind of lost my balance and I ended up falling. Luckily, I put all of my pressure on my arms and I didn't get bruised or anything, so that's a good thing. But one thing that I do definitely, even throughout your whole pregnancy, is definitely be very, very careful as far as what you do. We went hiking last week as well, and I just made sure that there was loose gravel and things like that, so I just made sure that I'm able to hold on to my husband or find something that you're able to hold on to so that you don't fall, because you don't want to obviously hurt yourself while you're pregnant. But those are kind of more obvious things. I just wanted to update you guys as far as what's happened this week. So yeah, lastly, I've been definitely in a better mood, eating a lot more. So hopefully these food aversions go away. If you are still having food aversions, let me know. I would definitely love to hear from you guys on the comment box below, how you're feeling, what week you guys are on, and what's making you guys watch my videos. If you're pregnant, or if you've been pregnant, or if this is something that you just enjoy. I remember actually not being pregnant and I would watch a lot of pregnancy updates. I just thought it was amazing. I really loved to hear women just give their updates and just to see that your body changes from week to week. And it's been so crazy to see the differences of how I feel every week, literally from my 16 week to my 17 week, and I'm sure I'm gonna feel very different next week, so I can't wait to update you guys on that. And as I mentioned, in 3 weeks, I end up finding out the gender of our baby, and we are going to have a gender reveal gathering. It's not really gonna be a party because it's only our family. So we're gonna have a gathering and we will definitely film all of that and share that with you guys. So if you guys have any predictions along the road going forward these next 3 weeks, please be sure to share those with us. And if you guys want to see my husband jump on one of these videos with me, and you guys can do a Q&A as far as how he's been feeling and what it's like for him to be a father-to-be and how this experience has been for him, please go ahead and give that a thumbs up and leave that on the comment box below. I would love to hear from you guys, and I will be seeing you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.